Alright, rationalizing the denominator means getting the root out of the denominator. So in part A, when I have 1 over the square root of 5, I'll just multiply both the numerator and the denominator by the square root of 5. That'll leave me with square root of 5 over the square root of 25, and the square root of 25 is 5. So this is my simplified fraction. Similarly, in part B, I'm going to multiply numerator and denominator by the square root of 2. So 5 root 2 over square root of 2 times square root of 2 is the square root of 4, and the square root of 4 is just 2. So my fraction will simplify to 5 root 2 over 2. In part C, same deal. Multiply numerator and denominator by the square root of 11. That'll leave me with the square root of 66 over the square root of 11 squared, which is going to be 11. Now be careful. When we get to part D, and now I'm dealing with the cubed root, it's very important. We're going to multiply both the numerator and denominator now by a cubed root. And I need to be precise about which cubed root I'm going to multiply by. See, in this first cubed root, I have 1, 3 down there. I'm going to need 3 of them total. So I'm going to multiply numerator and denominator by 3 squared. What that's going to do, just simplifying the numerator, I'll end up with the 4 times the cubed root of 9. But in the denominator, cubed root of 3 times the cubed root of 3 squared, that's the cubed root of 3 to the third. And that's why I needed 2 of them, so that this third root and third power would cancel, and this fraction would simplify to 4 cubed root of 9 all over 3. In part E, since I already have in my denominator the cubed root of 4, we'll look at 4 as not 4 but 2 squared. So I already have 2 2's in the denominator, so I need 1 more. So I'll multiply numerator and denominator by the cubed root of 2. That'll leave me with 4 times the cubed root of 2 over the cubed root of, here's 2 2's and another 2. That would be my 2 to the third. So again, third power and third root cancel, and this fraction will simplify to 4 cubed root of 2 all over 2. In part F, since the denominator is not just the square root of 3, but it's 5 minus the square root of 3, we're going to have to multiply by the conjugate of that, which will be 5 plus square root of 3. So the numerator and denominator will both be multiplied by the same thing. In the numerator, we'll just distribute. 4 times 5 is 20, and 4 times the square root of 3 is 4 root 3. In the denominator, we'll have to FOIL this out. But since we're multiplying by conjugates, we'll end up with the difference of 2 squares. So we'll just multiply the firsts together. That'll give me 25. If we FOIL it out, the outsides would be plus 5 square root of 3, and the insides would be minus 5 square root of 3, so those would cancel. Then my last would be minus root 3 times plus root 3 is minus square root of 9, which is 3. So now we're looking at 20 plus 4 times the square root of 3 all over 22. And since everything's even, we can factor out a 2 out of the numerator and denominator, and that'd be 10 plus 2 square root of 3 over 11.